Hey guys, I wanted to take the opportunity while I'm working on winnowing down my first review of the Visionary to make another mechanism here that will help frame my perspective on knives. This is a fairly good representation, not entirely complete, but a fairly good representation of my folding knives and one out the front auto there for those of you who can see this Microtech Halo 3 here. Onward, this is a decent collection in my opinion. It's not super high-end, very many of them anyway, but this is what I've got, and I'll just run down the list here, and I think we'll do this whole thing zoomed in a bit. Over here I have a Microtech that is a MSE SC, yeah, so SOCOM obviously. Over here I have an original Microtech manual amphibian, not the newer ones. The newer ones are very intriguing, but they seem to be made a little bit cheaper. Here I have a Halo 3 from the first production run that they had, not a limited run. Have a very old, from the fairly early days of Masters of Defense, Keating Hornet there, and you can see the old style box that they used to ship when it was hard to even find a distributor for them. And here have a Trident, Watson Trident, also Masters of Defense, much newer, and I believe they're still shipping those same boxes on them. And I had a brief fling with Kershaw for a while. Have the Cyclone there, that's the one that can change from assisted to full manual. And then I have a bump, and breaking into the Benchmades, I have the mini Deja Vu there, which I just preferred in the hand and in the pocket to the full-size Deja Vu. Some of these knives it bears mention that I purchased based on reviews by Cutlery Lover, Archman, and Nut and Fancy. So I intend to review those as well, because I think that I may bring a slightly different spin on some of the points they bring up, and hopefully enough to be of value to anyone out there who's interested in finding out before they make a purchase or in even learning about knives. So onward, I've got a Benchmade 32 Morpho. That is the first Balisong that I've ever owned, and I don't think I could have been more impressed with a first type of purchase by any product. So I don't know what else they're doing as far as Balisongs, but quality and all the features are top flight on that one. And razor sharp. That is one of the only ones that I've cut myself more than once on. Over here we have an original 940 Axis. They still make it the same way, except that this one was in the 154 cm. So not the S30V, which I honestly would like to get one that they're producing now. Otherwise the same with the purple titanium liner in between the back, the spine of the handle, but same blade shape and everything. Over here I have an original Benchmade Chris Karachi AFCK, back before they did the teardrop shaped oval hole, before they made them Axis lock. It was a G10 on titanium liner lock, and that was ATS 34. Way back in the day. I think I picked that up in 1995, maybe 94. And then over here, this is the, I believe they called it the Pardue. I don't think they had a model number back when I purchased this one, and to show you guys what I'm talking about. The Pardue that they made in the last decade is about twice this thick, handle and blade, and it's built a lot differently. Still same general silhouette, but much different knife. So I don't recall a model number with that, and you can see some of these I didn't think to keep the packaging. Over here have a hideaway knife. I think that might have been hiding away when I started shooting here. This is hands down, if you can wade through the process to get one of these, this is the best, most convenient user for anyone. I could do an extremely long review hailing the praises of this knife. I have another one that I wouldn't show on here because of the shape that it's in toto, but this is a representation of what you get when you buy one. HideawayKnife.com is the website. Be prepared for a long wait that is well worth it. It is a great knife. Here I have Bram Frank Design Churrisk or Messer LLC. That's loosely based, or loosely a follow-up design to the gunting that was produced with Spyderco. That's a very interesting knife, and I love that knife as well. In fact, you could say that I love all my knives for just a different reason, almost the way that you feel about your kids, just the different feelings that you have for them. Over here I have a Spyderco Pacal, and as I'll mention about design elements, this was purely purchased based on design merits, not because I ever intend to carry it. I just loved what the things that it had to say, and the design elements behind it. We're about to get a cat in the shot here, I think. Here is my newly favorite knife, the Spyderco Military. I was lucky enough to pick one up in Digicam. Bought this one based on Nut and Fancy and Archman reviews. Bears mention that the Pacal I bought based on the review by Custom Tacticals. So I apologize for forgetting to mention him in the beginning. Over here I've got a package that I constructed. This cost quite a bit of money to put together. I went and bought a Pelican case with some pick and pull insert to wrangle this whole thing together, and was anal enough to be able to get a hold of Triple Lot Design skeleton key. I was watching that like a hawk when I heard they were re-releasing them about a year ago, and I checked that site every day and ended up coming away with one, although it turns out the stock that they had, I believe they make 90 in a batch, the stock they had lasted almost 3 days, so I had a little bit of room to play with. Then I believe 3rd generation Strider SNG. It's just the standard configuration. I honestly like that configuration the best out of all of them, so that's the one I picked up. Great knife. That's definitely a collector item. Again, you know, I've got it in its Pelican case with its Tad Gear skeleton key, so not looking to use that one. I'm just kind of proud to have been able to pick one of those up. So that's what we're looking at when I'm giving a point of view. I've owned at least twice this many knives, and most, you know, they've passed through my hands and found more suitable homes by and large. So hopefully this helps paint my perspective when I talk on a knife. Thanks.